question on another topic, and that's the gay marriage issue.
Yes.
We have a lawyer here in town who is criticizing you for trying to delay a decision by sending it to the U.S. Supreme Court, saying Florida's court would actually have the final jurisdiction on the state constitutional amendment, and it would happen quicker than going to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Well, actually, it's already going to the U.S. Supreme Court. The Utah case, I believe, is the one that's there. That's the most efficient way. Ultimately, this is going to be decided by the United States Supreme Court. What do we have happening now? We have someone getting married in one state and they can't get divorced in another. So the U.S. Supreme Court, they need to decide this case. They're going to decide this case, hopefully sooner than later. So we'll have finality. There are good people on both sides of this issue, and we need to have finality for everyone involved.
And that is the issue. The married in New York, one divorce in Florida.
Exactly.
And
that's why the U.S. Supreme Court, they need to make the final decision.
But even if the U.S. Supreme Court says no, states can ban same-sex marriages, Florida's Supreme Court could go further and say it's okay here.
Well, the U.S. Supreme Court obviously are going to trump the Florida Supreme Court. And so that's what we're waiting on. It's there. Instead of coming up in multiple courts throughout the state of Florida, throughout the country, with different decisions all over the country, the U.S. Supreme Court, they're going to hear this case. They're ultimately going to decide it. Instead of having all these different rulings from different judges, not only in Florida, throughout every state in the country, let's let the U.S. Supreme Court decide it sooner than later, we hope, and have finality for all sides.
Final two questions.
I just wanted to ask a direct question relative to the fact that you have been getting a lot of criticism from the two people who are in the Democratic primary. They've spent more time criticizing you than they have in talking about each other. And I wanted to get your thoughts on the fact that Mr. Sheldon and Mr. Thurston have spent a lot of time just going around criticizing a lot of your decisions.
Well, you know what I'm focused on? What I'm doing today. Fighting human trafficking in the state of Florida, and I'm so proud of what we're doing. Ending the war on pill mills. That's what we've been doing for 4 years. Fighting synthetic drugs, signing emergency orders, and I will continue to do that until we put these drug dealers out of business. That's what we're focused on. We're focused on kids, we're focused on drugs, we're focused on consumer protection, we're so proud of what we're doing now on Medicaid fraud. We're so proud that our statewide prosecutors are being cross-designated in Miami to work with the U.S. attorneys. We will continue to do that. That's my work as Attorney General, and that's what I'm focused on. I have no control over what other people say or do. I only have control over my actions as Attorney General, and I'm so proud of what we've done in the state of Florida, and I will continue to fight, and I want 4 more years to eradicate human trafficking in the state of Florida, fight this war on drugs, and do everything I can to make Florida the safest place to live, work, and raise a family.
As a follow-up on the gay marriage issue, there have been basically you could have passed. You could have said, I'm not going to defend this lawsuit on behalf of the state. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on why you thought it was important to go ahead and defend it.
Well, as I've already said, I took an oath when I became Attorney General to defend the Constitution of the state of Florida. Voters 6 years ago, it doesn't matter what the issue is, voters 6 years ago by over 62%, I believe, passed this. I've all told you all know how I feel about the marijuana issue because I challenged the amendment language in front of the Supreme Court, the ballot initiative. The Supreme Court disagreed, so it will be on the ballot, but if it passes, the Supreme Court has said it's constitutional, therefore I'll defend it because that's my job as Attorney General.
Thank you.